Heart and Soul, Saturday at 6 on ABC7.
Recently, we found a group of Blues Fest hopefuls preparing for their Windy City debuts. Take a look at how these blues boys and girls came ready to jam.
While most kids their age are listening to superstar sensations Justin Bieber and Beyonce, these new schoolers prefer jamming to old school music like B.B. King, Etta James, and Willie Dixon, just to name a few.
It gets to me. The blues has a good culture, you know, and the music also gets to your heart.
And while some of these aspiring blues folks have been playing since they were toddlers, a handful have played for less than a year. They all have one thing in common: a love for music with deep roots in the South.
I hadn't learned much about the blues. I hadn't gotten much schooling or teaching in the blues, so I figured this would be a good opportunity to meet other musicians that had the same goals as me and also learn about the blues at the same time.
These musicians, who range in age from 7 to 22, recently traveled to the Windy City for a camp that was designed to keep blues music alive. 71 kids from as far west as California, as far south as Texas, and east as New York landed here for the chance to jam with their peers.
I love music a lot. I'm not sure I'd pursue that full time, but I definitely want to incorporate it into whatever I'm doing and hopefully teach others, because I feel like music is something that, you know, you learn something and then you give back to someone else.
The Blues Camp, in its inaugural year, had one goal: to develop these prodigies for future success while cultivating friendships with other talented kids who share their passion.
Are you ready? Are you ready? I wanted to have a place where kids from all colors, all backgrounds, all parts of the world, where they can come together and they can be, one, they could be kids, two, they can play the blues. So when you have these kids get together now, where you have these 9, 10, 11, 12-year-old kids playing with kids in their age group, they can secretly assess themselves and say, hey, man, I really am good. Or they may see a skill that they don't have that you have, and then they learn.
In order to be accepted, students auditioned for the week-long camp that was held at Columbia College of Chicago.
What does a good musician do? What does a good musician do? Listen. Give yourselves a round of applause, y'all.
Known around town as the 21st Century Blues Man, Mr. Jones teaches the blues ensemble at Columbia College of Chicago and also works with Blues Kids of America, an organization he founded that partners with schools around the United States to preserve the rich history of blues music.
We're going into schools, we're doing festivals. A lot of times we do stuff just to do it for the blues, as if the blues is our little baby.
There's so many young kids, but it's neat because they're such accomplished musicians already.
They formed bands, participated in workshops, and learned music theory, style, and performance from some well-known artists on the blues circuit.
You ain't nothing but a hound dog.
I had no one to do this for me when I was growing up, and it just makes me feel good to see that we can get kids to continue our legacy.
Each day of the camp, the students were faced with practice, practice, and more practice until it was finally showtime.
If I don't practice and I just waste this gift, I'm gonna go nowhere in 5 years. If I really work hard in this and practice and really be serious about this, then I could go a lot, really far.
On the final day of camp, these future headliners made their way to Buddy Guy's Legends for a chance to make their own history.
From the youngest to the oldest, these tweens were ready. They came dressed in their Sunday best: fedora hats, two-piece suits, and instruments as tall and wide as their own bodies.
Welcome to Buddy Guy's Legends, everybody.
I think it's just good for them to be able to see a real blues club. You know, a lot of times kids aren't allowed after a certain time, so it's good that they can come in here and at least soak it up a little, you know, get the environment.
We've got more under 5 foot tall blues players than anybody in America. There's nothing more American than music, and there's nothing more musical in America than the blues.
It's just unbelievable because they haven't been taking music lessons for a whole year, and here they are already at Buddy Guy's and singing with Jimmy Reed's daughter.
It felt exciting, and I think I did good, and my brother did good too. So I'm proud of myself, and my brother should be too.
There are not that many kids that share his passion for the music. This is a special place for him, so I was happy for him.
It's a thrill because I always wanted to play at Buddy Guy's, and finally to have it be done. You know, it's nice for me.